What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. And today I'm feeling like JoJo Siwa.
Oh my God, that came out so loud.
I'm feeling like JoJo Siwa right now. I'm on my JoJo Siwa shit.
Good.
How about you?
She's thriving right now, so.
Yeah, so am I. How about you?
She did a great job on Dancing with the Stars this week.
How
for
about
all
you?
those watching. What?
How about you?
How about you?
How about you? Oh, I'm, you know,
She's dodging the
better
question.
as the best I could be right now.
I am hungover, is what you would like to say.
I'm not.
What is that from, Anchorman?
Anchor.
I woke up hungover. I don't feel it as much anymore. I had about an hour where I needed to just kind of lay in bed and moan.
We all need to lay in bed and moan.
But you know, like sometimes where you wake up and you're just
Bonk.
like,
It
Yeah.
actually
that
does
was
make
me.
you feel better when you're sick and you're
Oh
just
my
like
God.
groaning. And
oh yeah, it
moaning,
makes
like-
you feel so much better.
It's more of a groan than a moan.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It had
with
some,
your mouth closed.
It had some growl to it. Yeah. Anyway, we had our Barstool upfronts this week. We spoke at the presentation, and then there was just like a little gathering. Hence the tad hungover, but I'm fine.
It was funny because we both did TikToks of each other pretending to be each other.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow Chicks in the Office on TikTok, you could see that there. And one of the things I did was, anyways,
Yeah.
you just did it twice. But yes, the upfronts were great. We had to get on stage and talk a little bit about our show.
Yep.
And new things coming to Barstool. And there was a lot of people there. So it was a little nerve-wracking getting up on stage. But I think we crushed it. And
Yep.
I think it was a great time. And I think Barstool put on a great show. I think the upfront was awesome. The venue was great. The food, the drinks.
You got tears in your eyes multiple times. It
I get
just
emotional
gets to
about
you.
those
do.
things. Well, because not to get emotional again, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've been here since I was a kid,
Yeah.
and now I'm a little older, and it's just crazy to see how much things have changed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I really am. I just love working here, and
Yeah.
I think that everyone is great. So
Yeah.
Was it a good like little test run before the real live shows?
Definitely, I think so.
I feel so
She
much
felt
more
some-
confident
yeah.
getting on stage in front of our actual fans.
Right, right.
You know what I
People who
mean?
want to be there
Right, exactly.
for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we had Mark Roberge sing a little bit, lead singer of OAR, and I do think a lot of people in the room just like straight up either didn't know who he was. Like, it was shocking.
It was weird because I saw some videos and I'm like, it looks like no one's like paying attention to the stage.
Well,
And, like,
he
the
just
performance videos.
look, it's an event with free alcohol, so as soon as the presentation ended, everyone was like back to the bar, and that's when he got on stage and sang. And I was just like in the front row, like, woo!
They maybe,
singing.
yeah, I think that they closed the bar during the presentation, and then as soon as the performances start, they opened up the back the bar.
Right. I think maybe the music should have started
Yes,
the show
I agree. Well,
at that point.
I just, I felt bad for pop punk a little bit because they were just
Oh, yeah.
playing to a crowd of no one, and Robbie tweeted that out. But
saw that, yeah.
either way, it was still a great time, and watching Dave and Erika speak is always fun just to see what's coming next. So
I agree.
it was a good night too, and then obviously we had some drinks, and
It was lovely evening. Went home, had some pasta. It was delicious.
Fran texted me at 12:30 and said, "You good?" And I sent her a picture of me in my home, and she was shocked.
I was very impressed. I just thought, you know, when
she left me-
when I left, everyone was still there. So in my mind, I had no idea where the night was going. I was like, oh, they could end up anywhere. So when you were like, I'm home, I was like, home?
Yeah, you were like, already? I felt like a loser. I was like, oh, well, I just wanted to make you proud, mommy.
Yep.
Mommy?
Yep.
Sorry.
Exceeding my
Mommy?
expectations.
Yeah, for sure. I can always surprise you, Fran.
Yes, you can. That's how you know our relationship is still going strong. Sometimes, you know, she keeps me on my toes.
I really do.
Yeah.
Every day it's something new.
You never know what surprise she has in store today. How are you doing?
I'm good. I have an upset tummy.
Yeah. You've said that today.
But I'm not hungover or anything like that. I actually really didn't drink that much, even though I love drinking.
Yeah.
I kept it cool because I wanted to go out tonight. but my tummy really hurts right now. And I know that nobody cares. I get it.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Rhea goes on tangents. Nobody cares about them. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. My stomach hurts. I want that out there. Okay.
Boring.
Yo, I could come up with something good if you guys want me to, but I'm trying to keep it clean.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't think you know what that means either. You
I
just threw
absolutely
that
don't.
out there. Like
I will say
you had
this.
some really dirty story. That
I
you
don't
were-
have a dirty
yeah.
story, but I can tell like a semi-dirty one. I went over to Devin's desk before and I just like whispered to her as a joke. I was like, my dick is so hard right now. And then all of a sudden this group of like important people came up and they were like, Rhea,
Yep.
we want to introduce you. And I was like, yep, now's the perfect time.
Perfect timing.
Yep.
Did you hear what I just said, Joe?
Yeah. Did you hear that my dick is extremely hard right now?
Amazing.
Friends, like,
What a
That was
day.
an awesome story.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm
I'm just joking.
actually leave the room and quit the podcast.
Can't take a joke.
It's only because sometimes we can't like because it's the second time you told us. We're like, yeah, we just
You
heard
guys have
this.
to act like you didn't hear it though for the show.
I know.
Put your
Wait,
fake
what
hats
I'm
on.
not a good
What did you
actor.
say? And then they walked over.
Put your funny hats on.
I'm a terrible
Put your
actor.
entertainment hats on and act a little bit.
Okay.
Well,
We're not the actor in the group.
I am. Give me all right. Let's make
That's
this.
you.
Let's make this intro a little bit more interesting for a quick second.
Okay.
Give me a prompt, and I will act it out. Tell me who I.
fucking improv class right now.
Improv right now. Me and you right now. Noah, give us a prompt. Give us two characters.
I'm not improving right now.
Okay, me and Noah will improv. Give us two characters. Tell me who I am and tell me who he is.
Rhea is a 50-year-old divorcee with 4 kids, and she is interviewing for a job at Barstool Sports.
And I'm interviewing her.
Yes.
No,
and
take it
Noah-
away from reality. Take it away from reality.
Oh, what do you mean? That take it away from reality? You're a 50-year-old divorcee with 4 kids trying to get a job in media?
Give me a little something different than media. Give me something else.
All right. You are a 35-year-old woman who works at Six Flags, and you've had the same job your whole life collecting tickets, and Noah is trying to get in for free.
Okay.
Am I Noah or am I someone else?
Noah, you are a
Adam.
17-year-old
Just a different name.
17-year-old punk trying to sneak into
Am I
Six
tall
Flags
enough to
for
ride
free.
the rides?
Yes, you're 17.
Okay. I don't know. I could be a short guy.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to be really short to not be able to ride the rides, though.
Yeah.
Buddy, I've been working here way too long to deal with your kind of nonsense.
But my friend's already inside.
Your friend's not. Which one's your friend?
They're in there. They already you let them in.
I
they
let
had
them
my
in?
ticket.
Did they have
they
tickets?
had my ticket. And I don't have my ticket. So
Well, tell your friends to come out here and bring your
my
ticket.
phone died.
Oh, your phone died?
Yeah, my phone died.
I don't believe that. Show me your phone.
It's dead.
Try to turn it on right now. You're stepping on
I
the
don't have
wrong
any money.
toe.
I don't have any way of getting home. So now I'm just gonna wait here.
Well,
all
that's
day.
not my fault, okay? I've been working at Six Flags my entire
That's
life.
Sorry for you.
Listen, you're gonna be in the same exact position as me
Oh really?
if you
'Cause
don't
I'm
clean
going.
up
I'm
your
going to
tooth.
Syracuse University.
You're not going to Syracuse.
Yes, I am.
You're
I
probably
got
gonna
in.
get
I'm
kicked
17.
out.
I already got accepted.
No, you're gonna get kicked
Early
out your
decision.
first week. You want to know why?
No.
Because you're a
Yeah.
little punk ass who thinks
You're
that you
just
can
upset
step
that you're
all
working
over.
at an amusement park and you're like 50.
I'm not first. Miranda, you know that that's a touchy subject for me. I'm 35.
Well, you
okay.
don't look it.
I just made a Botox appointment for Friday. Okay, you little
just
punk
let me
ass
in, old
Roger. you little son of a bitch. You.
And scene. That was actually really good.
Yeah, Noah, you were
Yeah.
great.
Noah, you
All
were really
right,
good. Have you ever dabbled in acting, Noah?
No.
No, well, you were
That
good.
felt good. One more.
No, that was as creative as I can get.
That one felt good.
I'm glad we
good.
Yeah,
Glad we did that.
Yeah, it felt good being able to insult you, but not in like a real way, you know.
Yeah, it
felt
like,
good to call you an old bag and have no repercussions.
It felt like good to call you a son of a bitch just for no reason. You punk ass son of a bitch.
Like whenever we're like actually like fighting, we just switch.
I'll just turn it into improv.
Yes, perfect. We can like get out our frustrations. All right, beautiful. Let's get into the
lovely.
show.
That's lovely. Nice. Good job, guys.
I want you next.
Okay,
Marissa.
Improv makes me slightly uncomfortable.
Why does it make you uncomfortable?
Because I'm awkward.
Why? Because my boyfriend's the quarterback of the football team, and yours is a fucking loser in the math squad.
You're not gonna get me to do this right now.
Honestly, like I just have to say that I heard some rumors about you because you were jealous that my boyfriend's a quarterback of the football team and yours is on the math fucking going to the decathlon, whatever you pronounce it, and you tried to suck my boyfriend's dick under the bleachers. And I gotta be honest, as a friend, you just don't do that.
That was a beautiful monologue. Thank you. I just told you I'm not doing this.
Well, I'm not your friend anymore.
Okay. Friendship over.
Friendship over. Because you don't try to suck my boyfriend's dick under the bleachers, okay? During the homecoming game.
Okay.
In which he invited me to and told me at the homecoming game that we were going to be together forever.
God. Please do not
That was pretty good. I almost thought you were going to start crying.
He told me that we were going to be.
I mean, she can cry on demand very easily.
He told me that we were going to be together forever at the homecoming game. And then he decided to get a blowjob from Marissa under the bleachers. All because he said, your mouth looked nice. My mouth looks nicer.
The slight sniffle.
I have an actual tear coming from my eye.
I can see it.
All right, anyways, let's clear those up. Let's get into the show, everybody. We got a few topics for everyone today. We don't have an interview or trivia, so we had to make it fun with some improv. So you're welcome.
Yeah, that was definitely all planned. We were like, we're going to do
totally
this.
planned that 100%. Good old-fashioned Rhea and Fran and topics today.
Rhea, Fran.
Let's take it back.
Throwback.
Marissa and
days.
Miranda.
To the good old days.
All right, let's get into the topics.
I was watching some old, because I'm trying to make like a little video for the live tour, and I was going through old videos, like really old videos of you guys. It's like really weird to watch.
It's really weird to see it. Yeah. Like
remember the Halloween video that we did that never came out?
Oh yeah.
I was watching some of that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
We were weird. Okay, let's get into the topics. I'm getting uncomfortable.
They had
some
all
old
pictures
yeah.
like slideshow, and we was like, some of these are so old.
Yeah.
We look like different people. Okay, we're getting into the topics.
I just don't know if I can forgive you. Okay.
See,
all right.
Topics. You got to be in or out of the improv.
Well, I was going to get into the topics. You guys started talking. All of a sudden, I jumped back into the improv. Yep. All right. Topics today. We got Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi update. Kourtney Kardashian and Megan Fox did the hottest photo shoot of all time. We also have a Britney Spears update. And Jana, Kramer, and Cutler are heating up. So let's get into it. Starting off with Erika Jayne. It's everyone's favorite time of the day to talk about student loans. That's what I love talking about. Earnest offers a low-rate student loan refinancing, and you could check your rate risk-free in just 2 minutes. With Earnest, you get radically flexible payments, and you could pick your loan term. By refinancing, you can reduce your loan term, save money, or combine multiple loans into a simple monthly payment. And if you have questions, you can even talk to a real-life human at Earnest for help. So Earnest is offering our listeners a $100 cash bonus if you refinance your student debt at earnest.com/chicks. Terms and conditions do apply, as they always do. Visit earnest.com/chicks for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Earnest student loan refinancing made by Earnest Operations LLC and MLS number 1204917. California financing law license number 6054788. 535 Mission Street, San Francisco, California 94105. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses. The conversation about Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi continues. Obviously, everyone wanted to know if Erika Jayne had any involvement in what Tom was doing. They've been married for a long time. Did she know? Did she not know? Tom is now throwing Erika Jayne under the bus. He does not care to protect her at all. He's like, I think she knew.
I watched the video. It's he's coming out of a restaurant, I think, with a friend, and this reporter or paparazzi, whoever it was, asks, did Erika know anything? Someone else gets involved, says, put the camera down. He doesn't want to answer, and the guy's like, no, he wants to answer, and he looks at him and just says, I think she does, and that was it. And they walk away, but I just don't really know. The problem is, you just don't really know what to believe here, because the whole narrative right now is that he is sick. He doesn't, it's his mind, it's his brain. He doesn't really know what's going on. And so when you hear him say this, it's like, well, does he even know what he's talking about? He doesn't look good.
He does not look good. He doesn't sound good. But I think it's safe to say that Erika had to know something.
I don't know. I go back and forth all the time, and I think a lot of it is because watching Beverly Hills Housewives, it's just like, what is happening? There are times when it feels so genuine, her feelings and the way she's expressing herself, and you're like, wow, like this is really I believe her. I kind of hear what she's saying. And then she tells these just absolutely wild stories where you're just like, what is going on? Like she hides so much, and then when she quote unquote is telling the truth, it's like, well, why didn't you tell the truth in the first place if you're like, oh, just a lying liar who lies? And how are we supposed to know if anything's true? This last story she told about somebody breaking into the house and Tom confronting the burglar, and then Tom having to go to the hospital, and but she can't be involved, so Erika's son showed up to see what was going on, and then driving home, it was snowing, and he flipped his car 6 times. Like, it was insane.
We're never getting the full truth from these people.
No.
The story will always evolve.
Not when it's still in court, that's for sure.
I'm looking forward to Erika Jayne's book one day.
I believe she already has one. I already wrote one, but there will be another one. I'm sure there will be another one.
We need a new one
at some point. But this whole headline is like, ooh, it looks like Tom is implicating Erika, and it's just hard to give that any legs when you look at this, when you physically watch this video and see how he is and how he's just, it does not seem like there's much going on.
He's not all there.
No.
And unfortunately, I think it's only going to decline. He's only getting older.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to ignore that part of it. And I know, like, it does kind of seem like from the show, they are certainly trying to spin that story of like he's totally mentally incapacitated right now and he doesn't know what's going on. He didn't know what he was doing. It was all things that whatever. But now it's like more and more people are starting to be like, oh, I knew there was problems. Like Bethany Frankel's like, I knew that Tom had legal problems because in the lawyer world, that was known. It was like in the inner circle lawyer world that he was in trouble. And now, so now more people are kind of being like, oh, I heard this, or there were rumors about this. And everybody wants to get in on the action.
Yeah, everyone wants to act like they knew something at this point. It's kind of like the Britney Spears stuff when all the shit started coming out about Britney, and then you get all the exes coming. I knew this, I knew that.
Right.
Well, then speak up then.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now everybody has a story to tell.
Of course.
About it. So you can watch the video and think what you want, but at that point, I do think it is. I know we've had this debate time and time again, and while everything is still ongoing, we're never going to get an answer, and we're never probably going to get an answer anyway. It's just going to be everyone's opinion. But she had to know something. Had to. Rhea,
Fran,
you take care of yourself physically these days. I feel like you've been home. You're talking about hitting that Peloton, working out, walking. So you think it's important to take care of your physical health?
I do.
And in order to do that, you're taking little steps to further that. And I think it's also very important to take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you ignore it for too long, just like you do, if you're
down
not
a
taking your
bad
physical
path.
health, yes. So just like, you're taking care of your physical health to maintain, a healthy physical being, you want to do the same thing for your mind, which is why therapy is so great. It's the perfect way to just catch up with yourself sometimes. Make
And
sure that you're
unwind.
letting it all out. Unwind, feel good. That's why BetterHelp is so great. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. What's been great too is Barstool agrees with this. Barstool's down with taking care of your mental health. They want us to feel good. So they're now offering BetterHelp services to all their employees, to us, which is such an added benefit to help us take care of ourselves. So
Yep.
just like we're going for walks at night or, riding the Peloton, you got to make your appointment. Talk to someone. Make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. BetterHelp is great because it's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. So why invest in everything else and not your mind? You got to do it, guys. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/office. That's BetterHelp.com/office. Our listeners got 10% off for their first month.
Kim Kardashian is a marketing genius.
Genius.
Absolute genius. She put Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian in the new Skims campaign.
So smart.
These two are so fucking sexy and hot. Obviously, everyone knows that. We tweeted out from Chicks in the Office, pulse check on MGK and Travis Barker. I was like, pulse check on me
Yeah.
and everybody in the entire world, because these photos are insane. The two of them are insane.
They are so hot. It's
just a segment of us calling them hot because there's really nothing else to say besides that.
they're real. Yeah, no, I know there really isn't. But credit to Kim or whoever came up with this idea. I'm assuming it's Kim, but they're so, the two of them and the pictures that they post create such a conversation now every single time that they do anything together, that putting them in a Skims campaign is very, very smart. It was very sexy, very
I did actually see Skims liked that tweet from Chicks in the Office.
Oh,
thanks,
love that.
Maybe you guys next.
Yeah. Me and Fran photo shoot for Skims would pop off.
Skims.
More people would be talking about that than Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah, if they want to
let's be
start
honest.
sending us some PR packages, I'd be happy to model in some Skims.
We would love that.
I love their some of the shapewear. Hit or miss for me, but the loungewear, the cotton stuff, so nice.
Yeah, it is really nice. Megan Fox's caption said, "Court forever isn't long enough." I think they're all drinking each other's blood.
Maybe these two are the real love story here.
I would not be surprised if they all had a little menage a trois.
Not even a menage a
Foursome.
trois. It's four of them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is a fun word to
It
say.
is a fun word to say.
So I just wanted to say that, but a foursome. I wouldn't be surprised if, or maybe they
What a
swing.
swap.
Yeah,
there
they swing.
was there was a Dumas post about, it seemed like people thought it was maybe Kourtney and Travis being a fan of having an addition into their relationship.
What do you
Couldn't be
think
me.
Mason Disick thinks when he sees that?
Nothing, Noah. We're not.
I hate talking about
We're
their
not doing
fucking
this.
kids.
We're not doing this.
At this point, I used
We're
to
not-
like
It's like,
it, and
as
now
Mason, you're like, Megan Fox is so hot, but that's my mom, right?
well, as a boy, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I thought I don't think he's
No,
reading
not about
Dumas.
the foursome.
Oh,
No, he's just seeing the
Yeah.
pictures of
Seeing
his
the
mom and
pictures, 'cause
Megan
he definitely
Fox.
is seeing.
Yes.
those.
Yeah.
He's like, "Mommy, sorry, mommy."
Mom, what's for dinner?
Hopefully, it's Megan.
I know. But it's funny because every boy who has a famous mom who models or
But-
has to deal with that.
They're not necessarily doing that.
No, perhaps not, but I just always think of like Brandon Lee
and Pamela
his
Anderson.
mom's Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's got to deal with people being like, your mom's Pamela Anderson.
exactly. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
you know, it happens.
Yeah.
Boys work through it.
I think
They may have some issues here
I
or
don't think I'd
there.
be able to handle
but
that.
I think you come to terms with it.
yeah, I think when you grow up with it, you don't really know
Yeah.
the other side. Like,
But
you
I
don't
feel
know
like
what the other option is.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Where I feel like it happened overnight. He's like what 13, and like all of a sudden,
You age Mason, I think, every time.
all
you
of a
talk
sudden
about
his
him.
mom
Every
was like,
every week
Every
we add
time
another
I have
year to Mason
Google-
Disick's
every
life.
year
What is he,
Noah's like
11?
he's 11.
All right.
Every year Noah's like Mason Disick's 13. I'm like, no, every time I'm telling you he's 11.
but I do feel like it happened like just this year where she started to kind of
Well, there has been a little bit of a transition for Kourtney into, you know, finding herself, but at the same time, like, I bet they also all really like Travis Barker, so
yeah.
you know, and he seems like such a great dad, so Mason probably likes.
And also, all
having
four of
him
them
around.
have kids, so
How are
There's
you
kids all over the place.
so in love with somebody but still want to have a threesome? Like I get it. That's how people feel. I just can't wrap my brain around it. I'd be far too jealous. I wouldn't want to be left out.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the thing. Like 10 years,
but you
into
would
a
be
marriage.
willing to be the addition, not
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
not
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
How
relationship.
guilty would you feel if you did, and then like that caused them to like break up because then like there was jealousy and whatever, and then you were the one who like
I don't.
I would be like, you guys wanted this.
That's
I just don't want to be on the other end of that.
that's also a very powerful thing.
what?
Like, I think I would just feel like I had so much power.
Oh, same. If I caused a breakup
yeah.
from a threesome,
Yeah.
I would be like, God
confidence
damn,
just through the roof.
this sex so good I shouldn't have to fuck for free,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Drake once said.
Yes, at that point, like, you'd be like, oh wow,
I got to start charging.
that would be something. But
This
with
sex so good I
Kourtney-
shouldn't have to fuck for free.
Megan and Kourtney is obviously a new beautiful friendship. They have that connection. That caption was intense. Court forever isn't long enough. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
There's nothing better than having a friend like that, though.
Yeah.
When you just feel such a deep connection with a friend,
Yeah.
nothing better.
Meanwhile, Brian Austin Green is dancing on Dancing with the Stars. He did pretty well though, and it's cute. He's with Sharon. I know I've now worked Dancing with the Stars twice into this podcast.
No, you're giving pity compliments to Brian Austin Green right
No,
now.
I'm really not. I'm really not. He
No,
was
no,
better than I thought he
it's
was
the
going
voice
to be.
just saying it. No, he's doing
he's
good
good.
on
He's pretty
Dancing with the
good.
Stars.
I mean, it's pretty steamy. They're kissing. They're making out.
He
Sharna's
had to
very.
just give up at this point, like
What do you
in
mean?
terms of like being mad at Megan Fox.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's 'cause,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
when he
yeah,
flipped
yeah.
out, it was only like paparazzi pictures of them walking. And
Yeah.
now she's
No, you're fully moved. You got to completely move on at this point and let it go. And Sharna is stunning. Like, Sharna is so beautiful, and she can dance, and she has an accent, and like, she's a fucking catch.
I'm
So,
sure he's happy. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's doing great.
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny that the two things are happening at the same time. Once again, a lot going on with Britney Spears. She is, she came back to Instagram when she said she was off Instagram for a little bit. It was like a week, maybe less than that. The new documentary about her conservatorship on Netflix comes out September 28th, and we got the trailer for that. And Britney and her lawyer have officially filed to end the conservatorship. And all of these things are happening at the same time.
There's a lot going on, obviously, always with Britney, but I think that she jumped back onto Instagram way too quick. I think the 1 week break isn't going to work, but it's a classic celebrity move. Hey, everybody, I'm going to announce that I'm taking a break from the internet, and then I'm going to come back 3 days later because we're all addicted to social media.
It just also doesn't. I wish he stayed off because now it just continues to raise questions, right? Like, shout out our girls at Britney's Gram. They know, they noticed. They posted right away saying like this picture that Britney just posted, being like, "Oh, celebrating my engagement, so happy." Like, this is from, I think she's at Palm Springs or something. And it's like the same picture she posted in February. It's like the same black and white, same shirt, hair's the same. So it's like, oh, is she using an old picture? Who's running her social media right now? I do think that they hire like a new social media group to like help run her social stuff. So it just continues to raise eyebrows when it comes to like the Instagram and things like that. It's like, oh, well, if she was just off Instagram, then we wouldn't be debating like, oh, what is going on? Like, why are we getting an old picture?
Right, and that is the exact reaction we had when she did delete her Instagram was that, oh, this is good because too many people have opinions. Too many people are asking what's going on because of her Instagram. How about she takes a break so people stop talking about her for a little bit? But then she comes back on and obviously the conversation comes back. And then on top of that, we get the trailer for the new documentary, Britney vs. Spears, which I think should be renamed Britney vs. Jamie's.
Yes, but Britney versus Spears just pops.
No, it does pop, but Britney versus Jamie's would be funny.
Yeah, it just really, and the trailer, like the trailer looks really good, and it is something that, you know, like you just said before, where now that the conversation is being had, a lot of people are like, oh, well, now we're talking, so let's talk. We have lots of stories to share, and we're going to talk about it. And I also think it's really going to break down more of the actual conservatorship and the legal injustices, I would say, that occurred in this case for her, and how she has battled this and like didn't necessarily have her rights. Like there's a clip in the trailer where like I think it was a lawyer who works on a lot of conservatorships. I forget what his role was exactly. Someone very familiar with conservatorships who was saying the ones that I have worked on or know about, the person under the conservatorship is certainly not working, like certainly not touring the world and like continuing to be a massive star and making all this money. Like that doesn't happen to a person who's under a conservatorship. So I think we're really gonna get into the like legal situation, which is great because I always like to learn more about that because I don't really know too much about it.
Right, and when we talk about it, we're kind of talking about nonsense that we don't understand, but now I feel like people will understand more.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. And in that same realm, they want to end the conservatorship completely. Her lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, filed this week as well to just completely end the conservatorship. He said on Wednesday that while Miss Spears fully consents to terminating the conservatorship, the singer, quote, rejects her father's recounting of history and maintains that the termination petition was motivated by Mr. Spears' apparent self-interest, namely rehabilitating his reputation, avoiding suspension, and impeding Miss Spears' ability, quote, to further investigate and examine his conduct since 2008. So her lawyer has called for a temporary short-term conservator to replace Mr. Spears until the conservatorship is completely and inevitably terminated this fall. So right now, number one priority is getting Jamie out. Once that happens, they want somebody, who can temporarily step in the time frame before they totally end it completely, which they're aiming to do, in the next coming months.
I feel like as long as it's Jamie, as long as it's not Jamie, we're working in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And it clearly seems like that is Britney's number one priority right now. Like, yes, of course she wants the conservatorship to end, but right now the thing that she wants to happen first is her dad out of this completely.
And I think that's the right steps to take because obviously she's been under this conservatorship for a while. Nobody really knows the exact state of Britney's mental health at this point, right, or just her life. Like, we're only seeing bits and pieces. We don't know that she's completely fine. I think everyone's jumping to conclusions being like, Britney Spears is totally okay. Like, we don't know that. So maybe taking the first steps of like, let's get this bad guy out of here, and then let's reassess the situation.
Yeah, definitely. But she does want it to end. Like,
of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. If she feels like it's okay to end it, it should end.
Yeah.
But I think when you've been under this for so long, it can't just end. There has to be steps taken slowly, and then it will end.
Right. Which I'm, like I said, very excited for this documentary because I do think we're going to get a lot more information and just kind of learn more about what has been going on behind closed doors in the courtroom and everything for all these years that we just never really saw / paid attention to, honestly. I don't think anybody we just didn't pay attention until we realized what was going on.
Right, and we just saw tweets here and there. Like, we'll actually learn what's going on.
Right, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Until Free Britney, all of those years where was in court, like, no one was really paying attention. And it took all of this to go down now for everyone to pay attention. And now we're clearly learning about it. First thing I did when I got to the office today, we already talked about it up fronts last night. Feeling thirsty.
Real thirsty.
Feeling thirsty, need some water, want to make sure I'm staying hydrated all day long. That's why I've got my hydro jug, baby. Rhea is taking it out of my hand, so I'm guessing she's going to model it for me. Once again, this is the hydro jug. It comes in a lavender bottle that I picked the color myself. It also comes in multiple other colors. You can get the sleeve. That sleeve protects the outside. It's a great way to hold it. It's got a little pocket on the side, which is great. You ever want to, maybe you slip your keys in there or something like that. All different kinds of sleeves. You can pick your favorite pattern. They got floral.
I got cheetah print.
Tie-dye, cheetah print. And then there's the strap. The hydro jug strap, which is so convenient. Because look, these water bottles are big. It holds more than half a gallon of water. So you're really making sure you stay hydrated. You don't have to continue to walk back and forth all day to fill up your tiny water bottle. This keeps you going all day long. So when you're walking on the street or you're coming in and out of your car, whatever it is, you got the strap. So it's much easier to handle than some of these water bottles that, or they got to fit in your bag. They take up your whole bag. You can't fit it. Now you just got the strap and you're good to go. We love our hydro jug. So you guys, stay hydrated.
Please do.
Stay hydrated. So important. So great for, sleep and your skin and all of those things. Get your hydro jug. I'm staring at it, talking to
You're
it.
mesmerized.
I'm literally talking to it. Get your hydro jug at thehydrojug.com, and you can use our code CHICKSINTHEOFF to get 10% off your order today. The whole URL is thehydrojug.com/discount/chicksintheoffice. So head there, use our code, get 10% off, and join us in the hydro jug movement.
Please do.
So we have yet to talk about this new emerging couple, but
Steamy.
It seems like, now it really has a little bit more legs underneath it. There was kind of rumors. Nothing seemed very concrete yet. Maybe they were just dating. But it looks like Jay Cutler and Jana Kramer are moving in that direction. There's an Us Weekly article that came out that had eyewitnesses at an event this week in Nashville saying that they were acting like a couple. They said they sat at dinner with a whole group. They went to a VIP opening of the Supper Club. And they said while they sat at dinner with the whole group afterward, he was outside talking to a friend and she came up behind him, wrapped her arms around him. They definitely weren't hiding that they're together, and they acted like a couple the whole time. And that this eyewitness adds the two of them spent a lot of time with Jesse James Decker and Eric Decker at Justin Timberlake and Sam Fox restaurant, which opens to the public on September 28th. Eric Church performed. Jana wrapped Jay in a hug. They watched together, and there was PDA throughout the night.
So this is kind of crazy because Jana and Kristen Cavallari were friends at some point. Right?
I believe so. Well, that's just because the Nashville world is so small. Nashville incestuous.
Yes.
They're obviously not all related, but
right. You throw Chase Rice in there with Kristen.
Their social scene, they all go to the same places and they all hang out together and they go out together and they kind of know all the same people. So it is someone who you didn't quite expect, but it's they're both still in Nashville, so they're not breaking out of the Nashville dating scene. They're continuing to date people in Nashville, and that's all the same people that they already knew when they were married.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of like this because it's a little scandalous. I don't know why it feels scandalous, but it does. Maybe Kristen and Jana weren't the best of friends, but maybe they just knew each other in passing, and then I guess that's all right. I don't know if you're just acquaintances, but it's going to happen. Kristen's out there dating, Jay's out there dating, and people are going to be interested in who each other are dating, and they're going to get paparazzi, and they're going to have people watching them because people love focusing on relationships and split ups, and they're like, oh, will Kristen and Jay one day get back together? At this point, it doesn't seem like it.
No,
I do wish Jana would take it slow, though. Don't want her to get engaged again.
No, and I don't think Jay Cutler is rushing into any serious relationship. But yeah, no, Jana Kramer has been through a lot in her relationships, a lot, especially her last one, and you definitely want both of them to take it slow because you just want the circumstances to be right. I just think Jay Cutler can be a little petty. Like and there are rumors and you can believe them or not believe them, but a source also spoke to us, take that with a grain of salt, but said like, it's not a coincidence that Jay decided to go public with this situation at the same time that news broke that Kristen was dating Chase Rice. Like and it does feel like past dating situations have been petty like that. Like when Kristen was out with that comedian, it was like, oh, Jay's out with so-and-so, and the Austin friggin' Southern Charm just debacle with Madison and everything all feel very petty. And apparently Kristen Cavallari did block Jana Kramer on social media.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And they have known each other since 2009. It's a long time.
That is a long time. I feel like
but to close with that, apparently Jana and Kristen have only met a few times in person. They were never friends. They just supported their each other's projects. Like I said, Nashville social scene. You see each other when you're out, and their kids have like never met or anything like that. So like it's not like they were besties and this is happening.
That's what I figured. I feel like if you're acquaintances like that, it's kind of fair game. Like I think you can't be, oh no, I met her once, I can't date her ex. Like
especially in Nashville.
Exactly, Nashville, small town.
Yeah.
So I feel like obviously it's petty for Jay Cutler to be just like, oh, I want this out there. But at the same time, I get it. If Kristen Cavallari, you're seeing her name out there with Chase Rice and all these other guys, you're going to want her to see what you're doing too. Especially when they've had that long of a relationship. They have kids together. They're probably not telling each other everything that's going on. They're going to get a little petty.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's two people that you like, I don't know, it's always in similar paths, if that makes sense. Like it was like, oh, Kristen, other reality star. Okay, Jay, other reality star. Now I know the comedian didn't jump in there at some point, but now it's like, oh, Kristen, country music singer. Ooh, Jay, country music singer. An actress as well, Jana Kramer, great on One Tree Hill. But
yes, actually, she was great on One Tree Hill.
Yeah,
so pretty.
Yeah, she's absolutely stunning.
Yes,
and I'm sure you just hope and I feel more of a protection of her. I'm like, Jay, you better not, like, this woman has been through a lot. Like, do not be putting her through some bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want Jana to get any heat here because I feel like that woman has been put through the ringer with her ex-husband.
Yep.
And she deserves a little respect. So hopefully Jay's giving that to her.
I agree.
All right, everyone, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We love you guys per usual. Got to tell you that every episode. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, podcast, wherever you're listening to the show. And make sure you have a great, fantastic weekend. Get out there, kids.